Alright, so this is Professor Ratajczyk once again, showing you an update for week number 2 for all my plants. Guess first things first, I'm going to turn the lights on for you. These guys need some energy. Need to make some energy and grow, so the lights are back on. And what I want to show you, if you remember from the first week's video, I accidentally called these guys peppers. They're in fact tomatoes, and I have a problem with reading while I am taping, so apologize for that. Here we go. So now you can see that we got a few more going here. Look at this guy right here. There's 2 of them. So what I did was I planted multiple seeds in each Rockwool cube because I wanted a better germination rate. So you can see here, there's no germination. Maybe I put 1 seed in there by accident, or just 2 seeds in there, and neither one of them sprouted. But you got this guy over here, plenty of them sprouting. You see that? Just bring it up here if I can. So you got all these little tomato plants sprouting. What's going to happen is survival of the fittest. Now, I have a certain amount of water that I give the plants. I have a certain number of nutrients I give the plants. So I'm going to have to take a scissors and actually cut some of these plants in each box or each container, because I want the best looking plant to survive and take all the resources that I give each of these containers. Now, I want to show you something over here that sometimes occurs with seeds. If I can look really close, I know it's not perfect here, but on the top of this seed, or on top of the sprout, is actually the seed that it was carried in. Okay? So that little seed is at the top there, because, you know, just something that happens because the Rockwool cubes, I imagine, are not the best conduit. Basically, it needs some friction to release that, because it's not an easy thing to do. So what you typically have to do is take a pick, or, you know, a toothpick or something like that, and gently pry that thing off of the top, because basically what's happening is, you see how these leaves are open? Well, when that seed is there, it's like a clamp that keeps it shut. And these plants need to have leaves going out and catching all this nice sunlight up here, or fake sunlight. So let's move over here to the messlin. This is the lettuce salad. Oops, there's my clamp light up there. Okay, just adjusting that, but you can kind of see how it's going on, what's going on in there. And it's growing pretty nicely. I'd say in a week or 2 I'm going to see another big advancement. Now again, the seed packet for the messlin came with like 200 or 300 different seeds, or quantity of seeds. So I'm going to have to go in there again and cut back some of the seeds, just like I'm going to have to do here, because again, I want all those resources to go to those individual plants. Now, let's take a look. Sorry for the shaking here. Let's go over here and take a look at some more of this stuff. This is stuff I just planted 2 days ago. Got more tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes. We got some carrots over there. You can't see them very well, but they're coming up a little bit. I've got more peppers over here, but they're not up yet. They're just sitting there. They're not doing too good. Starting to get concerned. But now look at this. The sage is ready to go. There's your sage right there. Look at all this sage that's developing. Okay, that's going to be some good herbs to use in food and other stuff like that. So, plus it's very fragrant. So a lot of people like to just grow these on their patio, or in a basket. You can see right there that it's a container type plant. You can plant this in a container and have it all summer long for your enjoyment. Okay, so pardon me for a moment as I switch behind. I've got more. Got more tomato plants kind of working together here. All these tomato plants coming up. Got more in here, kind of hard to say. But those are all tomato plants as well. Let's go over here, turn this manual light on here. And this light's on, and you can see more tomato plants are sprouting up. They're all having a really good party. And actually, these guys right here, these ones right here are the bean sprouts. Or Brussels sprouts, sorry, Brussels sprouts. So they kind of have a different shape. See if I can squeeze it on in here for you. See, some of them coming up. Got some tomato plants way back there. And what I'm going to show you next is how you actually put these things together. So I'm going to start up some red dragon perennials, Grecian roses, and zinnias. Zinnias are great. They're very large, and they're kind of unique, and they also cost a fortune when you buy them from a big box store. So these could easily cost you $20 or $30 for a nice plant. So $2.70, as you can see here. And it tells you get 40 seeds. So you can do the math on that and see that you get an incredible deal. Same for over here, $2.89 for these guys, and you get 70 seeds. And you can see they're tiny little seeds in little circles. So it's a really interesting technique that they use. They call it pelletizing. And it's kind of a new thing that they're working on to just make it easier to hold seeds and drop them into their containers. For this project, I'm going to be putting them into these little guys, which they're kind of called Jiffy Cubes. They're not really cubes anymore, but you know, they were dehydrated before, and they were little hockey puck type shaped things. Put a little bit of hot water in them and they expand. They're biodegradable. Even the wrapping is biodegradable. And you just plug them in a hole. There's a little hole there. You know, you can't see it very well. Sometimes you have to use the opposite end of a pen and just, you know, put a tiny little hole in there, drop the seed in, and then kind of squeeze the sides of these so you cover it up. Because seeds like to have darkness. Heat and darkness. And then once they emerge as sprouts, then they need all that, you know, sunlight and fake sunlight and all that good stuff. So this is again Professor Ratajczyk completing his indoor gardening project. So thanks for watching, and I'll show you another video soon.